Please hang up and try again.
Yeah. Hi. So today I've got a story. Yeah, this is an interesting one because it's what I've been starting out with and I've been trying to desperately just tell and tell it well. It's weird, and I'm kind of weird, and I don't know how to actually say things. Words. Ugh. This one is something that happened a long time ago, back when I was a wee little lad, back in what they call freshman year of high school, which was not too bad, not terrible. I'd say it was second semester of freshman year, which, you know,
we're all just having a grand old time then.
It was interesting because it was kind of a new school that I was at. It was also kind of not. And now we're at this new building and there's new people and it's weird. And everyone's, freshmen. Why are they a thing? Anyways, and this one is just sort of the spring, I suppose, of said freshman year. It's hard to remember. It's hard to say. I kind of repress it a little bit. It's embarrassing and I feel bad about it. But let's get on to what it was. What was happening at the time was WPA was coming up. It was just a grand old time. WPA, Women Pay All, aka as the Sadie Hawkins dance. For those of you who don't know, which I don't know who that is, this is a freaking just a dance that is sort of a school function, and it involves girls asking guys to go to said dance. And they pay for everything, they pay for tickets. It's kind of a cool thing when you're the guy. It's a nice break. I say break as if I had ever gone to a dance before and have had to pay before. But see, me, Mr. Big Shot stuff here on the places, I never gone to any sort of a dance. And I was weird. Much weirder than I am now. Yeah. So, I'm in my art class. This awesome art class. It was nice. And I was coming out of my art class one day, and this girl who liked me, she comes up a little awkwardly and says, you know,
"Hey, would you like to go to the dance with me?"
But me, in my just weird, awkward freshman sort of state, first of all, the response was interesting. I was just like, I don't know, yeah, I have to talk to my parents.
Okay, that's great.
You know, I'd like to. Yeah, that sounds cool. I've gotta talk to my parents.
I gotta go.
And we both just head off. It was great. It was just a match made in awkward 9th grade high school heaven. It was super weird because, yeah, I'd never dated anyone, and I was just weird around girls still in 9th grade. 9th grade still hadn't really grown out of my awkward phase. Girls were more intimidating than they were scary or just weird, and I wasn't like you cooties, but I was still like, girls. But the big kicker here is when we actually got to the dance. First of all, we go to this house. The house we go to, the directions were somehow not good. Where we go to, I go up, I knock on the door, and the guy answers, and they're like in a suit or something. They were probably having their own sort of school dance. I didn't know who they were, and I was just like, hello? And they're like,
yeah, this isn't the right house.
So I just am like, well, thank you very much, I gotta go. And I went away. And then I later found the house. It was good. I was dropped off, and I went in, and it was like, oh, hey! I went in. It was a good time. And then we went off. We were off to this dance. And this is where I get embarrassed and a bit ashamed of what happened, because it did not really go so well. And so I go there, and it's all dark, and there's like music, and it's loud, and it's a fun time. People are dancing kind of awkwardly because it's a private school where homeschoolers go, which is just ironic in and of itself. But it's people saying that, you know, maybe homeschoolers do need social interaction, and so I went there. So, fun time, neon stuff's glowing, there's freaking black lights everywhere, and glow sticks, and I am all about glow sticks. Then that's when I saw that there was just the greatest thing known to man, and what that was a bouncy house. Just a huge, magnificent, amazing bouncy house. And so naturally I go in and I'm like, whoa, there's a bouncy house. Okay, you want to go jump on the bouncy house?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I really do. Maybe later.
So me, in all my subtlety, as far as I can remember, was kind of just like, well, see ya. And I go by myself and I bounce on this bouncy house. I walk off, I leave. Essentially, and this happened for a good amount of the time, was I inadvertently ditched this girl, and I had like no idea, no thought even about it. I was just like, there's a bouncy house, I need to go. I love bouncy houses. And all this time there's this crazy music going to start. People aren't even really like acknowledging the bouncy house. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? There's a bouncy house. Why are we not? Why? You guys are missing out. Which is sad. and then the bad part is that I pretty much for the rest of the night kind of inadvertently ditched her. I think I found her a couple times and was like, hey, what's going on? And she was just like outside, like hanging out with these other people. I felt bad. We hung out a little bit. She didn't really like dance. It wasn't about that life. And I kind of danced a little bit in my awkwardness. And, you know, bounced a lot. I get some sort of text from my parental unit saying, hey, we're here. I find her somewhere. I think she's out in the hall with some other people and just hanging out. I'm like, hey, I have to go. My parents are here. I had a really great time, totally. And then I just go. I go and I walk away. And it wasn't until a long time afterwards that I even really noticed this, but she kind of stopped talking to me. You know, there's the common just, oh, hey, what's up? As you pass each other in the hall. It's like, oh, hey, what's up? Other than that, she kind of stopped talking to me, which I feel bad about. I feel like I may have had something to do with that. And I think it mainly consists of me just being a terrible date. So I didn't even think about this. I didn't even think about what I had done for like a year or two later. And I was like just reflecting on this and I was like, wow, I was probably a terrible date. Moral of the story, bouncy house is good. And girls are good. Choose carefully. Yeah, that's all I got. That felt good.